There are moments in life when the desire to earn more becomes unavoidable, driven by financial responsibilities that we must meet and the dreams God has placed in our hearts. As the eldest child in the family, I felt that pressure early in life. I did not want to depend on anyone or to put myself in a position where I could be easily taken advantage of. So I made a decision to work very hard and make my own money. And I did. But as I grew older, I discovered something surprising. Money does not go to those who work the hardest. It goes to those who understand and apply this one principle, which I'm going to discuss with you today. But I will start by giving you an illustration. For years, I worked as a nurse. I used to think that helping someone who was choking due to an object on their throat was extremely complex. I used to think it's something that only highly specialized professionals could do. Then one day, our organization made it a mandatory training that every staff must have. That we should not just have the knowledge theoretically, but we should be able to do it practically. So I did the training, and what shocked me was this. It was so simple. Within seconds, the object was out, just like that. Now, think about this. Imagine someone you love so much mistakenly swallowed an object and then they lie on the floor, struggling to breathe. You then rush them to a nearby hospital, and within seconds or few minutes, you were able to resuscitate and save them. Now, answer this honestly. If the hospital should charge you a high fee for saving the life of your loved one, will you complain? Of course not. You will pay gladly. Now consider another situation. You are very hungry. Someone offers you a meal that took hours to prepare and charges you that same high amount. Suddenly you hesitate. Why? Because you think, that's too expensive, you said. I can get something else. I can get something cheaper. There are other options. So what changed? Why are you so willing to pay so much for something that took seconds or few minutes, but reluctant to pay for something that took hours to prepare? The answer is simple: value. The first service solved a life-threatening problem. The second only satisfied hunger. There were other cheaper alternatives. The truth most people ignore. People do not pay based on how hard you work or how much effort you put into producing something. People pay based on how valuable something is to them. If you are into business or about to start a business, don't assume, discover. One of the biggest mistakes that people often make is assuming. They will say, people will like this. I'm sure definitely people will like this. I think this will sell. What can I do to earn more money? Those are the questions they ask. But no, these are the wrong questions. Instead, start asking better questions like, what is truly valuable to my customers? What problem can I solve? Will people actually pay for this? Is this something that they can easily get elsewhere or nearby? Because the truth is, people can ignore something you spend months creating and pay a lot for something that took just few minutes. Value, not effort, determines how much you are being paid. Money flows in the direction of value, and the bigger the problem you solved, the more money people will be willing to pay. What if you feel stuck? If you are struggling to identify value or find direction on the kind of business that your customers will find valuable, there's something simple to do. Something simple but powerful you can do. Ask God for wisdom. The Bible says in the book of James chapter 1 verse 5, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, and it shall be given to him. Pray that God open your eyes to opportunities around you. Just like Hagar in the wilderness, she was desperate, unaware that help was nearby, until God opened her eyes to see a well of water that had been there, that you see in Genesis chapter 21 verse 19. So sometimes if you cannot come up with an original idea, you can look around. What is it that people are already interested in? Then you can improve on it, make it more valuable, make it more attractive. And before you know it, people will be attracted to that business, whereby they will get value and they will be willing to pay even more. So, but if you look around, you think, you look around, or maybe you try to like come up with a new idea, nothing is coming up, you can pray. Ask God to open your eyes to opportunities around you, and God will answer your prayer request. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.